As more text messages come out about the whole Justin Baldoni Blake Lively case, it just make you think like how many people in Hollywood that don't have power that they do this shit to. Like how many people in the industry that they just lie on, and because they can't fight for themselves, they end up losing credibility in the public eye and their career destroyed because there's someone who has all this immense power just tormenting their life, okay? Because I've like seen a text message from Anna Winter to Blake, like literally just praising her dress and like telling her I can't imagine all this stuff you have to go through. Whole time this lady is just basically bad morphing this man to literally everybody. And I say this because with all of the texts, not one text that she's talking about him as ishing her. Okay? Not one text. But as early as April 2023, she was already bad morphing Justin Baldoni even before she stepped on his set. Okay? So my thing here is you have a lot of money. Her husband is practically a billionaire. He owns like a whole soccer team. So, he has money. And you have a best friend that have a lot of money, a lot of connections. Why didn't you, and from what I've seen so far, Colin Hoover, the author, writer, whatever she is, I don't like her. But anyways, I digress. Why didn't she purchase the right to another, story from her and make her own shit? Like, why would you go torment somebody for something they rightfully own? Okay? Because way before they started filming for, she was already calling him a doofus and a stupid clown. Like, just, those are some of the words she's been using on this guy. And if you go deeply into all of the text messages she sent people and the way they talk about him, his faith is one thing that they made a lot of fun of, like calling it a cult and like just being very, very rude and discriminating against him, against his faith. A lot. Can you imagine if the roles were reversed and this was Justin Baldoni doing this to Blake Lively and he had all that power that she has? He had a friend that's Taylor Swift talking about a tiny violin, calling him a bitch. And before y'all come in my comment section talking about Taylor was just being a good friend. If Taylor was a good friend, she would stay by Blake's side when shit hit the fan. Okay? Because y'all keep saying, oh, you be surprised. Go read my text message with my friend. All that tells me is that you're a terrible fucking human being, because you should be someone that can tell your friend the truth no matter how much love you have for them. Look at your friend in the face and tell them the truth. That's what I do. I tell my friends the truth. I don't just blindly agree to things and do stuff for you. If you're wrong, I will look you in your face and tell you that you're wrong. If you can't tell your friends that they're wrong, that is not a friendship. Okay? It's not a friendship if you can't look at your friends in the face and tell them that they're wrong. Okay? 1. 2, if you're the kind of friend that will help your friend to destroy someone that have done nothing to them, then you're terrible. Okay? You're a terrible human being. We should be talking about you. The fact that y'all are on the internet talking about, oh, you should read my text, is no. It's not an excuse to be a toxic and a terrible fucking human being, all in the name of friendship. That's not friendship, okay? So back to Taylor Swift. She's not a good friend because she dipped the minute shit hit the fan. She dipped, and she was in the news talking about, I don't know anything about this, threw her friend under the bus. So she's not a good friend. So let's stop saying that. She's not a good friend. Okay? Okay. With that being said, you can just like the amount of celebrity she shit talk Justin Baldoni to, you can just imagine what that man went through, okay? She was talking to Mark Damon and his wife. She was talking to Ben Affleck, Bradley Cooper, Anna Winter, Taylor Swift. Like, do you know how much power these people have in the industry? And you go in there, this man is a director that's trying to come into this space and that can create things that are meaningful to other people. But you're shit talking him to these powerhouses. And y'all want to sit there. And this whole time, mind you, she's not even talking about the fucking SH. Because maybe you want to say it's a phone call, but so when you're talking about the SH, you call people. No recalling. You just call people and talk about the SH. There's no record. But when you're planning how to take away someone's livelihood, their movie, then you go and write that down. Where there's record, where it can be traced. Does that make sense? You don't write down that he's SHing you all the time. But you write down you and your friends, your group of friends, and these powerhouses taking away this man movie. Because the only reason why we're seeing her cut of the movie is because she had all of those people backing her. Okay, if y'all didn't understand that, that's the only reason why we're watching her version of the movie. She had the author and all those big names backing her, endorsing her. That's why we're watching her terrible version of the movie. For everyone that kept saying, oh, it's not that deep. The only reason why we watch a terrible version is because she had all these people backing her. And I read somewhere where I think she was mad because Justin Baldoni did not care for Taylor Swift genre of music. Blake, not everybody give a fuck who Taylor Swift is. I'm young. I don't like her music. I never listen to that lady's songs. I can't tell you like 5 songs. I can't list 5 songs for her because I think she's mediocre. But I digress. Apparently, he said something about her music and it pissed Blake Lively off. And I think that pissed Taylor Swift off too. Okay, because she's very petty. If in case you haven't noticed, she's still singing about Kim as last year when she put out that song with Amy in it talking about Kim and Kanye. So she's very petty. Okay, she takes her time to plan her revenge on people. In case you haven't noticed, so that lady is petty. So if you say something to her that pisses her off, oh, she's gonna come for you. She's gonna hit you so hard. He might just been talking about his taste in music, and this girl and her friend they're pissed over here. So honestly, Blake is a mean old lady who didn't get what she wanted, and then she went and cried about it. You know, you have that one kid that always just get what they want, and then one time you say no, they just throw a tantrum. That's Blake. But her tantrum is like destroying someone else's life and career and livelihood. She never expected him to have all of the receipts. And the whole thing is her PGA letter, it debunked everything she ever said. The letter herself, she herself wrote for that PGA mark, just debunked everything she said. And this is her own words, in her own words. You know, she's one of those people, Blake Lively, she would tell lies and forget, I think. She lies so much that she forget the old lies and then just lie again and then forget that one and then lie again. We all have that one friend where just lie and forgets that they already said a whole different version of that story. That's Blake Lively. Okay? So y'all need to stop defending these people. They're terrible fucking human beings. That's all I have to say.